Hi, my name's Kim Doyle Wille, and today I'm making an unexpected video because it's the last day of the Season 2 casting competition for the Real Women of Philadelphia, and a funny thing happened about a half an hour ago. My little 18-year-old neighbor, Orion, came stumbling down the driveway. He graduated from high school yesterday and was out a little late, and he wanted to know if I had any cream cheese on hand. Do I have cream cheese on hand? He wanted to know if I'd like to come over for a quick brunch because he doesn't feel good enough to go out and wait in a restaurant. His grandparents and family are here, so he wanted to know if I could make a cream cheese dessert. Cream cheese dessert? Of course I can. I looked in my fridge to see what I had, and I had tried these earlier this week. I made a lemon cream bar, an oat bars, but I decided I'm going to switch it up a little today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this Kraft Philadelphia regular cream cheese. I'm going to mix the whole softened 8-ounce brick with a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk and some grated lemon and some lemon juice all together. And that's going to be our filling, which will bake in little shells made of oats and flour and brown sugar, salt and soda, and of course butter. But instead of making it in bars today, I decided I want to spread a little love to my neighborhood, and I want this to be a really nice, memorable occasion for Orion. So I'm going to make it into little tartlets, and then we're going to fill it with the filling and bake them in the oven. I also went nuts this week at the grocery store. Half pints of raspberries were only $1, and they are my absolute favorite. So we're going to top these little lemon cream oat tartlets with a raspberry glaze. So let's get right to it. We're going to start by whipping up the filling. This filling, first thing we're going to do is take an 8-ounce package of Philadelphia regular cream cheese, which is going to add a creaminess and that tanginess that will go great with the lemon. We'll just add this entire package that I've had softening. I love keeping cream cheese around the house because you can turn anything into a great meal or dessert or appetizer or whatever you like. Now all we're going to do is add a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Just put that right in there. And I love Philadelphia. Ever since I started this contest last year, I've made such awesome friends in the Real Women of Philadelphia community, as well as I've become great neighbors with all of my neighbors. All of my neighbors and I have become such great friends that they became interested in my vision, and we've dug up our backyards and we've all planted gardens that'll feed our neighborhood and the local food pantries. So spreading a little love through Philadelphia cream cheese in my neighborhood has enriched my life in so many ways. And plus, being part of the Real Women of Philadelphia, it's an awesome experience. So we've got that mixed up. We're just going to take 1/3 cup of lemon juice that I squeezed from my fresh lemon, and we're going to take a tablespoon of grated lemon rind. Now we'll just mix that together carefully so we don't splash it all over everything. Oh, it smells so rich and lemony. Okay, we'll just set that cream aside, and now it's time to make our oat tartlet recipe. We're going to take 1 1/3 cups of old-fashioned oats. I've got 1 1/3 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, just out of habit from my grandmother teaching me oatmeal cookies, I just kind of stir the flour and the oats around before I add the rest of the ingredients, just so they get mixed a bit. And then I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of packed light brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Now we'll just whisk that all together really quick. And then we're just going to go ahead and stick in this whole stick of room temperature butter. Now we'll just mix this up and cut this in to our mixture with the whisk, just like that. Now that I've got that basically broken up with my whisk, I'm just going to go ahead and take my hands, and then I just sprayed some spray release cooking spray in my muffin tins to coat each of these well so our cups come right out. Now what I'm doing is I've got my old ice cream scoop here. I'm just filling that and packing it down and putting a scoopful in each of these muffin tins. And then we'll come back and shape our cups. This ice cream scoop is a great tool because what I'm doing is I'm just coming in here and just scooping it up onto the sides and packing it in and to make our sides of our cup. Rotating the ice cream scoop. So it's time to fill these little puppies up. Let's go for it. I'm just going to take a tablespoon and do it. It's really easy that way. And look, that has already been setting up beautifully. This is going to be like little lemon cheesecake in these oat tartlets, and it's going to be awesome with the raspberry filling around it. So now we're going to stick these in the oven at 350 degrees. Let's make up some raspberry sauce. I've separated out 12 raspberries so we can put one on each of the top of our cups before we glaze them. So I'm going to reserve 12 raspberries to the side, and I wash them. So now what I'm going to do is just put a tablespoon of water into this small, heavy saucepan over a low heat. And add in about a tablespoon and a half, actually, of granulated sugar. I'm going to reserve part of that and just see how that heats up. I'm making a syrup so that we can put these raspberries in here and kind of sweeten them up. And we're going to let them break down with their juices. And then I've had this cooking for about 3 minutes. You can see it's getting pretty syrupy. I'm going to go ahead and add that other half a tablespoon of sugar in there because we want this to be a nice little sugary syrup. Okay, I just timed that on my computer because I shoot my videos with my built-in webcam, and you can see this is starting to stick a little and it's very syrupy. We're going to go ahead and shut this off and strain it. Now I'm just going to take my rubber spatula and just kind of stir it around in there and get all that juice out and mash that pulp against there. Then what we'll do is I've got 2 ice cubes that I just put in a plastic bag, took my wooden mallet to it and crushed them up. And we'll just sink this into the bowl of ice water so that it chills up really quick and we can use it as a really nice glaze that doesn't run all over the place. Now I just stir this around until all that, see that thick pulp coming out of the bottom there? I just keep stirring it and brushing the sides of the strainer with my spatula so that I get all of that good pulp out of there. Beautiful. It took about 20 minutes because I live at high altitude for these. But see, they spring back when you touch them in the center and the crust is golden brown. Yes. I'm going to just take a small sharp paring knife and run my knife around the edge just to loosen it. I'm trying to make sure I don't grab the Teflon with it, but you'll see I loosened that cup right up. Now I'll just take a little spoon and pull it right out, just like that. Just put a raspberry on top of there, and we'll just spoon a little bit of our chilled raspberry sauce glaze over the top of it. Just drizzle it around there and over that berry to sweeten it, just like that. We'll just take a little bit of lemon peel that I cut earlier and we'll put it in there. And now I've got a little bit of fresh baby mint from my garden. We'll just go ahead and stick that in there right behind that little lemon so it sets the lemon and the red from the raspberry off. Now isn't that a gorgeous little dessert? They're going to love these over Orion's graduation party. So let's just dish one up right now. Take a quick bite here. This is so dynamite. It tastes like a miniature cheesecake here, you guys. And that raspberry on top, this is perfect. I think everybody should have Kraft Philadelphia regular cream cheese in their refrigerators at all times, just for emergencies like today. So I hope you'll go out into your neighborhood and spread a little love. Philadelphia is a great way to meet your neighbors. Who would have thunk I'd get this much out of this little 8-ounce package? So until next time, please remember to go spread a little love to the hungry. And if you can't feed 100 people, please feed just one.